Welcome back, everyone. So in this tutorial we'll be looking at the report card designs. Before going down there, I just want to let you know that you can see present and past results for a particular student, coming down to the student end and clicking on this. But since I'm not registered, I can't be able to see that. Okay, I can only make use of the plain print class result, and it will only generate the very first one. So coming on to report card builder, I want to modify the design for the first term, and I'm just going to expand this a little bit. Okay, now you can see, just going to expand this. All right, so you can see the design which was used. We have not configured anything yet, so it's just going to use the first design. You can come and change the design. There are a couple of designs over here. We have the modern design, you know so you would notice that some of the designs are having more inputs than the others. So for instance, this one has something called performance. Okay, you can change this. This is, you can always change the colors, you can change the fonts as well. Okay, so for instance, I could change this subheader background to, let's say, something purple. And you can see that this changes, so you can change that as well. And yeah, so just play around with it, changing the fonts, the font size, and yeah. Let's look at some of the design. So we can see this other one, and for this one it has a pattern which you can also change. So there are about 10 patterns which you can choose from. So I'm just going to show you a couple of them, and yeah, you can make use of whichever one which you want. And so we have the other one which is called vibrant. Okay, you can replace all the colors. If you just want it simply white and black, you can just change all these other ones to white and black. So basically, whenever you see background, you just change it to white. Whenever you see foreground, you just change it to black, and you should be fine. And there's the legacy. If you want the black and white, this is like what most people get to use. So if you want to go to the old design, old result sheet design, you can make use of this. This has a number of things. Okay, it also has support for remarks, ratings. They all have support for ratings, but this shows it more in a graphical form than the other one does. So let us say we are choosing this. I'm just going to hit save and apply here. So you can also apply this to second and third term if you want to use the same design for the second and third term. But I'm just going to leave this. First of all, I'm just going to save this, and let's try to generate that report again. So if I say print class result for SS1 first term, I'm gonna save it to my desktop, and I'm gonna call it test result. So I'm gonna hit save, and I'll go to the desktop and bring it into the screen and open it. So we can see that, like I said, the report sheets which you select also tries to, the result sheet which you select also tries to create more fields. you know let me just show you what I mean. So some report sheets do not have more information than some. So based on what you select, the information will be available. Like in this, we can see that there are basically a lot. So there's a position in class, since we specified that there is a average score. Okay, we didn't specify position in class, but this is a preview. Should be position in arm and the real one. Give me a second. Yeah, so position in arm, because that's what we selected, as first term in the first term resulting settings. The position should be in arm. Okay, what we have here is a preview. Okay, the preview just uses something so that you can see your designs as you're designing it. Okay, so but there are more information. You can see things about total score. You can see things about ratings, remarks, but we have not set any rating on remarks, so you're not going to see that. It just shows the grading. There's no remark just yet, no principal remark, so it's not going to show that. It only showed the grading because we specified that. And yeah, but if you have more information, it's also going to add those ones. Okay, so let's try some other design and see how it works. So let's try some other design and see how it works, and then I'm going to show you working with a custom design. Now, so if for instance I change this to sharp, okay, you will notice that immediately you save, a report design, it uses those your colors whenever you switch to some other one. So if I come here, you're gonna see that it just basically strips off all those other colors because we specified, we already saved it, and the original report which we used to save it, just had the white and black color. So you can do that and then make use of this. But if you want to get the original design, you can just click load design defaults. Okay, so it's to just load the defaults for that very design. So if I come to sharp, I'm going to say load design defaults, and it's going to load this design default, and I'm going to set this as the current design. So I will generate this again, and yeah, I'm gonna call it test result 2 on my desktop. Test result 2, and I can go to my desktop and bring it in and open it, and you can see the report sheet which you can print. So we just have the grading, and yeah, like we talked about, we've not added all of the things. So like I told you earlier on in the series, we just wanted to bring out the I just wanted to show you the minimal setup to generate the results. Okay, some things are not required, but based on the report design, it makes sense to add them than the report looking pretty scanty. Okay, all right, now there is if you have a custom design, let's say your school has a pattern, and then none of this report designs which we have created fits what you want. Okay, you can create that design in an Excel sheet, and then you can adapt our templating settings for to generate all the information which you need. Right now I don't have Excel on my system, okay, but I already created the file on another system, and I dropped it on my desktop here. As you can see, it's called testing templates, and we're going to preview it from the application. So what I would do is to come to custom. Okay, I'm going to click on custom, and then I'm going to give this design a name, because after saving this, the name will begin to appear in this point here. So I'm just going to say my school design. You can give it any name, and here you choose the Excel file. The Excel file has to be a recent Excel file from Microsoft 2007, their Office 2007 plus. So I'm going to go to the desktop and I would select it. Now, depending on how fast your system is, this can take, a couple of seconds. So I just want to preview and show you as an image what this looks like. Okay, now this is how it looks like in the Excel sheet. It's stripped off all the lines. I can't show you, my system right now unless I import it to, either Google Sheets or Excel online. But this is basically how, it looks like. You can see a lot of placeholders, which you can find all the information about those placeholders in the documentation. You just go to help and then click on the help manual to take you to the documentation online, whereby you can find all the information about the placeholders, which you can use to replace with what you want. So the whole idea is it's going to look at this file, and then based on the templates, it's going to replace it with the things which are in the results sheet. Okay, so for instance, full name is going to be replaced with the full name of the student. This is going to be replaced with the school logo. This is going to be replaced with the school name, the school motto, the age of the student if we specified date of birth, and then if we specified that. So this is also going to talk about attendance. Okay, we've not looked into attendance yet. So basically this is almost overkill because it covers almost everything, not everything but almost everything, from the templating. It's like a test, to show you what is possible. So if this is like a principal's title, the name of the principal's comment, the form teacher. So there are a lot of placeholders which you can make use of. You just make your design and then you upload it, and the system will adapt that design. Now, if you notice over here, we just have, this is a subject, pattern, whereby we just have one line for the subject and the system will automatically replicate it. System will replicate it down for all the available subjects, as we're going to see shortly. So I have my template. I can test it with a sample design. I can generate to PDF, I can generate to Excel, I can generate to an image, to test it. There is a sample result, which you can use, not one of the ones in the system, but some sample that can allow you to test this real quick. So let me just generate to PDF real fast. And as you can see, for this test distance, this is what it comes out to. Now for the test results, result, it has information about ratings, which was replaced here. As you can see, you can also see the name of the like school head is called director here, and yeah, so it basically replaces the addresses, the phone numbers, the school logo if it exists. Apparently the school logo doesn't exist. The student image as well. So it does a calculation, and then it does like GP, average GP, and so there's a whole lot to it. And so I'm just going to upload this, and I'm just going to save this. Okay, since we've already done this and we've previewed it, I'm going to save it. Okay, and then I'm going to use it to generate the result for what we have. So I would say print class result for SS1, and I'm going to call this test result 2. Save it on the desktop. Oh, I already have test result 2, so I'll say test 3. Okay, I'll go to the desktop, and then I'm going to open this. So basically we have not created any rating, so it was not able to replace the rating part. It was able to replace the grading part with what we configured, It was able to adapt, the results. It was able to calculate the GP. Since this is first term, there is no second and third term results. This is, like I said, it's a design. Okay, so it uses, what is there and replaces every other thing. You know, apparently it gives everyone, until you specify that a student was absent on a particular day. Okay, it actually gives everyone 100% attendance. Okay, and this is the admission student code. There was no remarks yet, so those information are not there. So this is the logo which is specified. The student doesn't have, any image yet, so it was not able to replace it with the correct image, so it just used the demo, and there was no date of birth specified for anyone yet. So yeah, so that's it for generating the report sheet with the custom design. If you want to find out information about what each of the placeholders mean, you can just go to the help manual to take you online, and then you can go to the result design portion and then see all the placeholders and what they mean and how you can make use of them. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next.